Right, right. So we've got what?
No, this isn't it. Think! I don't need Mr. Poirot to tell me I'm wrong. No, I did something wrong.
Okay, is there not a way? There's like another line? Because these are both NA. So those are the only NAs. Ah. There we go. NA45 something. Right, NA2151. Aha, there we go, there's one.
Hey, I'm a pretty good detective after all.
215-27619. Yep.
Score. 1 for the good guys.
Oh, hello. This one isn't in there. 502203. Well, I could just look for a G at the end, I suppose. No, that's a load of zeros energy. Oh, there it is.
That is a great detective job.
Mr. Poirot, it's part of the ransom money from the Armstrong case.
You are surprised?
I suppose not. So Ratchet had it in an account at the Banque du Lac.
It would seem so. He knew the serial numbers on the banknotes could be traced, and he could not spend it, so he stashed it there.
But now he's run low, something he didn't count on. He hopes enough time has passed so he can begin to spend the ransom money.
There is something else he didn't count on.
What's that?
He didn't count on you, Detective Locke, and your tenacity.
Thank you. But we are still left with a murderer on the loose.
But we progress. We know Mr. Wadi had an appointment with Ratchet. He had a bag full of money and a passport with Ratchet's photo, but a new name. What is your opinion about the passport?
Disappear again, hiding behind another fake identity. I think that makes more sense than the true identity.
I discovered that he was arrested in Armenia for trafficking in stolen art and was supposed to be arraigned in January. Once again, he changed his identity and vanished.
You are correct, mademoiselle. He also told me that he was threatened, and that threatening letter we found in his room was real. He had to disappear once again.
Why did the murderer leave? The motive is not the money.
The bag isn't very big. He could have easily run away with it. If he didn't take it, it was deliberate. He wasn't interested in the money. If the motive wasn't money, it leaves passion or revenge for motive.
So, Detective Locke, what do you think? Passion or revenge?
Revenge. It seems to be the kind of recurring thing throughout this.
Revenge seems like an obvious motive to me. The murderer carefully followed Wadi from the fountain to the new meeting place despite Wadi's precautions. That is cold and careful.
Excellent. We cannot yet know for certain, but that is a sound psychological analysis. We have an idea of the motive. It is the same motive as that of our 12 would-be murderers on the train. But we still must know who was under that mask.
Murderer hired by Ratchet. Why? Because then she'll... Well... Same person who killed Ratchet, surely.
I think Wadi's killer is also Ratchet's murderer. The motive for both deaths was revenge, and both are related to the Armstrong case through the ransom money.
Exactly. So our murderer is linked to the Armstrong case. The money is linked to the Armstrong case. But these glasses that I found in the bag, they must have something to do with this case too.
Wait, those glasses mean something to me.
Oh, yes, because they went missing, didn't it, Suzanne Moreau?
Wait, I know. I've seen these. They belong to Suzanne Moreau, little Daisy's nurse. I remember seeing them in her bedroom, but they were gone the day she died.
I remember the press saying that the nurse had committed suicide.
I've always believed otherwise, and the glasses are proof that she was killed by Ratchet or his accomplice. He took those glasses.
I thought she was the nanny.
I always had a gut feeling, but now, Mr. Poirot, now I have proof Suzanne was innocent.
Yes, you do. But the question I ask myself is this. Why did Ratchet keep these glasses?
Future fake evidence, trophies of his victims, maybe. I mean, why would he need to? Well, maybe. Actually, yeah, that makes more sense because he didn't keep like the fluffy. Was it Fluffy? The plush toy? I think maybe future fake evidence makes more sense.
Ratchet used to leave fake evidence at the scene of his crimes to incriminate others. He did the same thing to frame Suzanne.
Possibly. But keeping an object belonging to his victim as a souvenir of the murder, that is the behavior of a fetishist.
Now that you mention it, in my investigation at the time, I had already found Daisy's hair clip in Ratchet's cabin, and now we find Suzanne's glasses in a bag for Ratchet.
2 objects from 2 victims
right.
of Ratchet. He is a trophy hunter.
Okay, we managed to clear up some of the gray areas. What now?
That doesn't make
Bag
sense.
only contained a fraction of the $1 million ransom of the Armstrong case. The rest must still be in a secure place. I will make a wager with you that it is the Banque du Lac in Geneva where Mr. Waddy worked.
Waddy was also the keeper of Ratchet's secrets. They were killed by the same murderer.
Agreed. Well, there is nothing more we can do here except wait for the police. Prepare yourself for a long evening with the police. We have a lot of explaining to do.
So
And after that,
we're gonna miss the train?
A visit to Geneva, perhaps?
Oh no, apparently we don't. Somehow.
Here you are at last. I was worried about you.
We just left the police station. We had to explain to the Italian police that we were not murderers.
What? Another murder?
I'll tell you when we're underway. Are all passengers and staff aboard?
Yes, everyone is here. We were waiting for you.
Excellent. Let's not waste any more time. We have to make a longer than usual stop in Lausanne.
What? How long?
Long enough to do a little banking in Geneva.
But this is madness. A 13th murderer of Ratchet?
Mon ami, he was not well liked.
But Monsieur Michel would have seen anyone enter Ratchet's compartment. And there were another 10 people milling about, taking their turn at stabbing him. How could they not notice an uninvited killer?
Well, smoked in Vinkovsky.
The 13th killer could have acted when Michel was smoking on the platform at Vinkovsky. But even after the train departed, Michel was absent from his post at the end of the corridor several times the night of the murder. I must know where he really was and when.
Here's the murderer still on the train. I mean, it might be no. No, because they got to Venice, so it makes sense for them to... Well, right now, are they? I'm going to say yes. Because they would be missed.
Yes, he most certainly returned to the train.
How can you be sure?
it's obvious. I mean, I hope Mr. Poirot agrees.
Please continue, Detective Locke.
And there was no one missing on the train.
All the passengers and crew are still aboard. If the killer of Mr. Wadi had remained in Venice, we would have noticed right away that someone was missing, and we could have alerted the authorities.
I promise you, I made certain everyone was aboard before we embarked.
Book, calm yourself.
calm myself. But we're back where we started. There is still another murderer on my train. Wait a moment. Can I change my mind about my verdict? Can we turn everyone over to the police?
Everyone? Including ourselves?
What? No. No. Oh, it's a nightmare.
Let us take it step by step, my friend. We can start by eliminating all of the members of the Ratchet jury.
So who were the... Okay. So who was it? No. Yes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
That's the right answer.
It is. I remember this.
If we eliminate the 12 jurors...
'Cause they were planning on
we are
killing him
left
anyway.
...with 7 additional suspects.
7? It's still too many.
Better than 19. Well,
We must reduce our list.
Excuse my impatience, Poirot. It's as if my beautiful train is cursed. Can you exonerate any of the 7?
is Book a suspect? I'm going to say no.
Good. Book worked hard to get me aboard the train. He is definitely not a suspect.
There's still part of me that thinks yes, but if we're saying that it was the same person who murdered in Venice, it's clearly not.
Fantastic. Mademoiselle Locke cannot be a suspect. She pursued Mr. Waddy's murderer.
She let him get away, though, so they could be working together. Dr. Constantine pointed out the 13th stab wound, so no. Like, if you've gotten away with it, as soon as you hand the body over for a post-mortem, everyone's kind of gone to the wind, so you can wait.
Nice. Dr. Constantine alerted me to the 13th stab wound. He is not a suspect. Et voilà.
Okay, so those are just the ones we're eliminating. Okay, I was worried we were going to go through everyone.
I have 4 suspects left who I must now examine more closely. Miss Nielsen, Monsieur Maury, Monsieur Fauché, and Countess Andrény.
One of my employees? Suspicious?
All 3 got off the train in Venice to restock supplies. Any one of them might have slipped away without being noticed.
I suppose. But what of Countess Andrény?
Yeah.
You cleared her yourself.
She is cleared of the first murder, but we know little of her movements here in Venice. So, we still have 4 suspects to interview. Detective Locke?
I can't join you, Poirot. My chief saw something on the news about the case and my involvement. He's demanding an explanation. If I want to keep my badge, I have to call him.
Then you must do so by all means.
I'm sorry.
No need to apologize. I understand.
I'll make the call for my compartment. If you're looking for me, I'll be there.
I'm confused.
I hate to say this, Poirot, but I must. There is, of course, one other suspect with a motive for murder. The ransom money.
You mean Detective Locke? Then who did she chase? Who killed Aziz? We both saw the masked murderer standing over the body.
Okay. All we've just done is stupid. All of that kind of, this person, that person, they couldn't have done it. The 12 jury members being kind of exonerated from this murder is because, well, they were already planning on killing him. But by that logic, the Countess Andrény is also exonerated because she was part of that. Why, if she wants Ratchet dead, why be involved? It's got to be someone who doesn't know about that. Countess Andrény doesn't make any sense. But he goes, oh well, we don't know what she did in Venice. Then you start to go, okay, hang on a minute. If you invert that, we know Detective Locke didn't chased after someone here, and so didn't murder Aziz Wadi. But that doesn't mean she didn't kill Ratchet. If we're treating them as 2 separate things, like we are with Countess Andrény, it's just silly. Silly, Poirot. Silly. Right. We need to go and talk to people. Who do we need to talk to? Well, we'll go down... Oh, I've got to interrogate Monsieur Michel for some reason. Well, we'll talk to him, then we'll go into the bar, and we'll talk to the staff, and then maybe the Countess Andreni will be in there.
Michel, I have a few more questions to ask you, if you will allow me.
Anything, Monsieur Poirot. We are in your debt.
What did you do in Venice?
Please tell me your movements when we were stopped at Venice Station.
Once the compartments were cleaned and the linen refreshed, I stayed in my quarters.
Did you notice anything special? Comings and goings?
Monsieur Bouc had asked everyone to stay in their compartments. I would occasionally walk the train to ensure everyone was comfortable. Oh, I saw Monsieur Maury was all alone loading his crates of provisions. A great chef like that, reduced to petty labor, I would have helped him. But Monsieur Bouc had ordered me not to leave the train for any reason. So, Monsieur Maury was forced to labor alone.
So what about his companion? Right, timeline of Ratchet's murder.
Let us review the actual timeline of the night of Ratchet's murder, not the one manufactured to hide your crime.
I left the train in Minkowski for a smoke. Then I resumed my post. That was the truth. The train departed on schedule. But then, of course, an avalanche of snow blocked the tracks. At 12:45, Madame Hubbard and I met in her compartment to discuss how to adapt our plan.
Due to the snow and Poirot.
The little play we had staged for you had to be rewritten. I left her compartment at approximately 1:15.
Then the curtain went up. Calls in the night, the red kimono, all for my benefit.
And all for nothing, as it turned out.
Do not blame yourself, Michel. I am the theater critic no playwright wants to see in the audience.
Okay. Let's see what we can see as we chat with the other employees.
You play well. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yes, you did.
Thank you. Many years of piano lessons thanks to my mother. I try to play in a few clubs in Paris when I get the chance, but as you can see, it hasn't made me rich. What can I do for you?
Conversation only.
What did you do in Venice?
Tell me about your time in Venice.
I had Monsieur Bouc's permission to see my sister. She lives in Marghera, just outside of Venice. She had a baby a few weeks ago. This was my first chance to meet my new nephew.
Monsieur Bouc gave you permission?
Yes, you can ask him.
Most assuredly, I will. What time did you leave, and when did you return?
I left around 9:10 p.m. I was back by 10:45 p.m. When I got back, Hotaru was in a lot of pain. I gave him a back massage.
That would have been enough time to kill Monsieur Wadi and return to the train.